I want to actually play the update, like work with the cartel for a bit before I blow them up. So I've basically got to redesign this entire world just because of one fucking bug, which is really annoying if you think about it. And yeah, I still got beds, which is just so good. Still have beds from 5 updates. Gonna get rid of all this. Look at all this wasted product, bro. I don't even think it's updated the value of this product as well, because why would it? Also, this setup, even though I said it's a non-modded world, or was a non-modded world, I'm probably going to duplicate it once I oversave it. We'll get rid of the bug completely. But it does need, unless you want to do it manually, which you can, it's just so annoying. But you do need one mod, and it basically all it does is like saves deliveries. If I want to go to, if I want this to go to the one soil, like place order. I don't know why that's not a lot more annoying. So yeah, happy I did that. Anyway, does not contain any items. Alright, so I believe I had it like this on both sides. And then it's done. Oh, we had 7. Such bullshit. Anyway, let's get these. These were as close to here as possible. Because I remember there was that there. There's also this here, I believe. At least it should have been. Yeah, that's should be there, I believe. Something like that, maybe. Yeah, that anyway. And then you basically get these. They're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go. This one's more basic. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the recipe for this is basically I've saved. I should be able to memorize it though. Obviously for this one, it is I think it's alright. So I had a look at the other save. A little bit different, but it's fine. It's not like I've changed anything, so actually gonna be banana, then it's cola, banana, coke, paracetamol. Coke, paracetamol. Just basically like just follow this. That's pills. This is gas. Next one's gas. Gas gasoline. Then it's Coke again. Means this one's Coke again. Coke. And then it's battery. Battery. Okay. And then use. And then beans. So and juice, like horse cum, beans, mega bean. There we go. And then just I don't have stuff. Okay. So this is gonna be oh. It's just for personal reference. You can put this in if you want to. I don't really care. Oh, Cook. Fuck, I was stuck in my mic. Cook. I like to do pills with. The next one, gas. Okay, I'm not typing gasoline when you can type it. Cook. We need battery. Battery. Okay, and then mega B. Oh no. Um, um, mega bean. Ah, cool. And then, so your setup should look like this. First, you place down all the stuff, then you mark it, then you like filter it, then the filter system. Got this row lined up, and then I've basically mirrored it like this now. Also, don't. Should just be these two. We're gonna do pink splurge bricks. I think this is jars, but I could be wrong. Okay. And then this is input. So just put this in input. It's about to get confusing. So this is also input. Do Coke because this is going to be for cocaine and then the other one's going to be for that's how you can tell the difference. And then I'm going to put this here. And you're going to do this. It's going to be fork. Okay, it's really important if you want to do both jars and bricks. If not, just don't place a sign, or you can just write. Output or something. I don't know. Fuck. Get rid of that. Okay. Sign. Fork. 2. Okay. So you should have 2 of these at the end. These beds needed. So yeah, sorted that out yet. Okay. So then remaining doing this side, it should all look like this. Should be pretty clean. Signs should be here. That's all. Alright, so obviously this is just gonna be on screen for you guys, but we are gonna do motor oil. Motor oil. and then Ook, and then paracetamol. I think this is the same thing, it just doesn't start with banana, but I could be wrong. We're gonna do the employees. So, yep. Okay. Drive that out of the way. That was the example of the mod, by the way. So now, you have the option to reorder it, make it repeat, so it just continually reorders itself, or you make it favorite. So that's what the mod does. You only need one. Alright, back to the employees. So, all of these numbskulls should be cleared pretty easily. You don't need a bed. Okay. I think this is the right amount of employees. I could be wrong. In which case it'll be on screen. So you want to get one of your chemists, basically assign them to like the first 4 stations on like one of the sides. And don't worry about the beds. First 1, 2. Pretty straightforward. And then what you want to do is basically select all of them and just make sure that threshold is at 10, because that's what you need. Otherwise, only one will go in at a time and it's just stupid. So you put your destination into each mixing station. Super simple. Except for this one, you put it here. So this is where all the products just basically sit there. Then you do the same on this side with your other 2 chemists. Done. So these should all be set up to make sure. Oh, yeah, this one goes here. Okay. So then now we're gonna do the handle. The handle is a bit more annoying because they're fucking irritating. So what we're gonna do is this side is gonna be Coke. So one of the handlers is just basically all gonna be assigned to from loading dock 1 to the mixing stations going down. So he's assigned to the first like 5 stations. And then yeah, I'm already fucking confused, bro. This is where it gets confusing because I don't know when the last mixing station was. Alright, so it was this one. I should only have 3 more. Okay. So then you assign this guy to the last 3 mixing stations. Great. So he should have 2 slots left. So what he does with these slots is, again, he goes from here, instead of taking it to a mixing station, he takes it to here, and then he just leave that one for now. go. And then these two basically doing all the routes. So one of them is going to be restocking the mixings with product with like the mixes, like the stuff, Coke and make it in. The other one is going to be doing the rest of them, but also is going to be loading the cocaine onto this loading bay. And then is going to be taking the cocaine first loading bay into the first mixing station. So then basically you want to do this on the other side, the other two mixes, but you've got to make sure you've got loading dock 2, because otherwise it's like broken. The system will not work. So you get one, you probably want this as your first priority. You want to get loading dock bay 2. Go to here, and so his first priority is to unload all the meth, and he's also going to unload the rest of the product that comes as well. So that's all the way to gas. So then I want to get this guy. He's going to do the rest. Go from gas. Coke, so he's from here, then here, and then here. So basically that's done, and then your deliveries. So basically all I use this mod for is just to like reorder when I want to. I don't have it on auto because then it does it so much I can't put the like raw cocaine in. Doesn't work. So what I do is I order 40. I basically save this. So 40, 80 because it requires 2 cokes in the same mix. And then 40 for everything else. So 40 paracetamol, 40 gas, and skip coke because I've already done it, so it's 80. And then 40 megabyte. And then you want to make sure this goes to the barn and it's on loading dock 1. If this is the cocaine, this is the cocaine. You make sure that is what you want. And then for the other gas mart, doesn't matter, you just got to do one or the other. You can't do the same, otherwise it won't work. So then you go 80 kook, because again it requires 2. 40 paracetamol, and then you get the idea. 40. You've got to make sure it goes to a different loading dock, because that's what you've set it to. And then I'm going to go to sleep now so the game actually changes. Alright, so we're back. We got the lockers that I spent freaking 20 billion grand on. I bought 50 of them. So we're also waiting for the delivery. It's only a couple of minutes away, I think. down these lockers, so should have N because it's please, so 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. Okay, so usually I would have an auto payer, so I play with a couple of mobs, even when I'm not, but basically just assign these current employees, the ones that are actually assigned to stuff. Them lockers. Frick. Okay. And then we go to assign locker. There we go. I think that was the last chemist. How long this update's taken? And then basically these guys, if you've done this correctly, they should be putting the stuff into the correct slots. Yeah, obviously the next one will appear in a second. Got 21 seconds left. This guy's just basically gonna load everything in. Hopefully, I've done it right. You'll be able to tell. It's pretty easy to test this stuff. So yeah, he's doing everything correct. And then the other vans arrived now, so yeah, these two should be doing it right. I think I might have gotten it wrong with these. Yeah. Oh yeah, I did get it wrong. Okay, should not be doing that. So make sure you filter this to it. What just happened? Yeah, make sure you have this filtered to only meth, because this should only have cocaine. And then you should be putting bananas here. And there basically should be one of like every single item, apart from coke, sitting left by the end of it. And then basically, just get it like Rick to demonstrate this. You want 20 raw meth. Do I have any cocaine? I can go all the way. I'm gonna have to go all the way this way. 2 raw product each. And then what you want to do is just put. Where is this one? Is this filled up, or is this? Why is this not? Have I forgotten to pay someone, or are they just? This. Again, there's like. I think I might have forgotten. Oh no. No, so I've done it correctly. It's ironic. I've done it correctly for this one, but for some reason, the last couple on this one are not working. So gotta figure out who's responsible correctly. It should have this guy who successfully filled up everything. Just gonna wait for it to do that. And then once he's done that, almost done, he's gonna come back and get the magazine, and then have one of every item, apart from the cook. Yeah, double the amount of cookies you need extras. Yeah, he'll go back and get the mega bean. You have an extra spot? No, he doesn't. You. Somehow this dude has an extra spot. I don't get it. Wonder why. And yeah, he's done. So all of these guys have placed their stuff down. Dude, Brad is getting absolutely bullied by the cartel at the moment. Okay. Let me put the premium cocaine in here. This is just for example. You'll probably... The idea is you arrive with like a truck, like it from the docks. But basically, the cocaine's gonna get loaded straight into here apparently. So you want to make sure this is cocaine. So the first time you do this, you probably wouldn't have unlocked this mix. Therefore, you've got to go through the whole process of doing this. So basically, every new mix, it won't open properly. They can't mix it, and you've also got to filter it so that this is really important. You've got to filter it so that only the mixed thing can go into the product tab. So otherwise, you'll just get heaps and heaps of just cocaine when you run with the whole job. So that's why you got to do this. Basically, only you just do the search, and it should come up if you've discovered it, like I have. So you go the. It'll probably just be a randomly generated name. It'll be the different everybody. As you can see, it's shiny mint. So this should only have shiny mint because it's mixing with paracetamol. And then I don't know what the fucking mix is for this. So then you want to do the same with the meth. It's interesting how both of them are going for it. That's not good. It's weird. Meth. Okay. Cool. So, as you go down the line, it'll be pretty slow because you gotta wait like the 20 seconds for these people to finish. You can even manually do it yourself. You just don't pay your employees, and they won't interfere. Or wait till 4 AM as well. You can do that. But basically, then you gotta go down the line and make sure it's just filtered to the exact thing. It's a lot because for some reason this guy's meant to go here. So yeah, make sure you have that extra slot. Figured out what it was. It's the thing here. So make sure you have this. can't remember the one before dark fruit, but once again, we put this back. Make sure this one's dark. Gotta apply it all because the whole filter needs that. Okay, holy bugs. So I'm on the beta right now. So then you should have both product tutorial. Both product at back here. And they should both be waiting. So the reason why this is like a thing, shelf basically, is because unemployed. It's because basically, either depending on whether you're doing bricks, you want your person moving this to Coke brick press. Dark fruit bricks goes to the dark fruits brick press, or if you're still, for whatever reason, want a better setup or mixing, then you can, packaging, and go and place it up here, and instead of putting brick press there, you can put it up the top. So it's just like you change depending on what you want. Because obviously you're gonna make, assuming you're making bulk of brick, it's just like one. Obviously just take a brick. Pretty simple. But, and then you want to do the same with this one. So, make sure it's going where you want it to go. This is the pink luge, for me at least, bricks, and then just make sure that these both have make sure, if you want, I mean it's highly unlikely that this is even going to need a filter, but in case you want it, just put it there. Okay, and then you assign the same person who's responsible for that. They get assigned here and here. And then basically that's done, right? So you go first brick press goes here, and then you go Coke bricks. Just get rid of that one. Sleep, so it's easy. This one is Coke, right? Coke bricks. Probably don't need to filter this if you've done it right, but you can if you want. And then, obviously, make the destination of the packaging station. I only really use one. I need the packaging station. You put it here. For whatever reason, you might want to just do some dealing. And then you put in jars. So then this is Coke and jars. If you're just doing bricks, you can overflow into here and just make like another direction to be putting the overflow of the bricks in here, because it does make a lot. And then you do the same thing on the other side. You can do other random shit real quick. So that. obviously got that at the end, which we need to fix. I haven't actually considered this yet. Okay, that works. I don't know why that didn't work before, but basically, put it like this. It's the best way to do it. So, even label these. I'm probably not going to use them at all, but this is an optional thing. Jaws. Coke, I guess. Jaws Coke. And Jaws. And then this is purely for just like visualization. Long word, by the way. So yeah, you basically either do it here to here, here to here, or from to the package station. So yeah, and then obviously from the packaging stations, just want to make sure their destination where they say they're going. So this says it's going to Coke, so we put it into Coke. And this one says it's going to it, so it's going on the other side. Just gotta make sure this one actually was not directed. It's here. Alright, cool. So we have all those routes sorted, which means that theoretically, we should basically have it all set up like this. Go to that. It'll be set up like this. Assuming that you don't want like a bed up here, which I never use, but I assume you did want one. Also, according to this, you've got 3 employees. Yep, never mind. Not done yet. Make sure after doing this, I actually need another locker just for like one more person. Just here, but get this. And then make sure she's paid as well. And then what she's gonna do is she'll pick up the finishing product. What she's gonna do is go over, pick it up for us. Awesome. That and here. Demonstrate for all of us. Do your stupid thing. Anyway, as you can see, it is in the correct slot for we want. Also in the correct slot here. So there we go. And we have our first brick. Yep. So what I like to do is once I have a ton of bricks, I either load them all in the truck and take them out to my dealers, basically restock them all. As soon as possible, they will get restocked. Basically go around it one time. Basically wait till they're all finished. You can wait till like one of them's out of stock. But, for example, I'm gonna go over to this guy. I'm gonna give him this. And then because he fucked up before, as you can see, yeah, he's already running, but he failed to defend himself twice. It's a cartel. So, and a gun at your face and you just ran away. See? Where is he? There he is. Who reported me? You get your product at the end, which should be rigged. So yeah, that should be on both sides as well. So yeah, also for optional like stuff, if you really want to, you can decorate it. So what I like to do is I like to put lights where it's dark. Just like try and light up the place, you know. This is if you're rich, you just got lots of money. But basically, it makes the place look a lot better. And it makes you look super. I think there's like a way you can put them up on the top. I don't know if there's used to be like a yeah, you can put them on here. Yeah, I saw this somewhere. Like a glitch where you can put it there. But yeah, you can light it up if you choose to. So not everyone chooses to light stuff up. But, you know, put some lights on the wall. Yeah, it looks a lot better. It looks a lot less like stupid. And yeah, see, it looks a lot better, especially at night. Yeah, thanks for watching.